Plus, it's still really hot, so everyone's can just suck it and deal with hearing my fan in the background. I don't care.
I'll just put that, like what you two saying that, over a caption of me saying, "Ha ha, I can audio edit."
Why you count so fast? Oh, a smiley face. I forgot
Smiley
about that.
face.
Why are we looking at the pictures again?
Because I was looking for these.
We can't just play our music?
No, because I have to actually figure out. Yeah.
Why? Alright, so why did they do that?
I have no idea why they do that. To add challenge.
That's not challenge, though. That's just, like, straight up being mean. What?
Are you okay?
No. What?
It's right there. Can't you see?
How is this relevant to us trying to play music?
You see, we have to get the correct frequencies. The trial and error, I just didn't show because I have some mercy.
Apparently not enough.
That would be the total.
Not enough, because we still have 2 minutes of staring at these papers again.
Welcome to the true Myst 4 experience.
And this is why I have never played any of the Myst games.
I suppose I can accept this.
I mean, it's not... Alright, so... It's not like other games don't have incredibly tedious, annoying elements as well. But... It seems so much more egregious in adventure games when that tedious gameplay mechanic makes up the majority of the actual gameplay that you're doing.
I'm just delighted beyond belief I actually got to use harmonic frequencies in an adventure game.
Okay. Have we figured this out now? Are we good to start our concert?
Almost.
Paper, why you do this? Why you make me explode in frustration and irritation?
There you go.
Huh?
I like the Nara disruption frequency.
I'm
All
so
right.
checked out right now.
Okay, here, have a concert.
Like, I thought we already... Oh, okay, this explains why you like Aphex Twin so much.
You've nailed it! Alright, we have Shuddering Blue Crystal. I have tons of time to finish this. Because, as I mentioned, the patch makes each rock like skip the first place it should slide back into place.
Right. So we have to set all of the frequencies to each of those 4 chess pieces.
Well, yeah, he's got a piece of blue quartz, a piece of rock, a piece of Nara, the chess piece, and then another something. All of which I have the correct frequencies for. And this doesn't sound like Aphex Twin. This sounds like Sun-O.
There is such a minor distinction between those two to people who don't know about, like, ambient music or noise rock or any of that kind of stuff that I don't think it's going to make a difference that you just said that.
But sun, oh, okay. They actually just pronounced sun, whatever.
Like, you're going to be the only person listening back to this who knows what you mean by that.
One day. There, we had a concert and now we've raised all those rocks.
Fantastic. So now...
Nifty lock, but totally insane.
It's the most absurd, elaborate system that... Whatever. Alright, where are we headed now?
Well, we are currently on a catwalk over a gas planet.
Uh-huh.
That seems like a perfectly safe place to save the game.
Yeah. There's no chance of that, like, walkway giving out beneath us and causing us to fall to our doom.
Oh man, you haven't seen nothing yet.
I would love for that to actually be a death state.
Sadly, this is not Sierra.
Right. Which is a blessing and a curse, because, you know, I find the incessant death states of Sierra games to be frustrating as well. So
what we did there was turn on the piping.
Sure.
This will make dumb sense in a bit.
Interesting problem.
As with most of the things in most of the Myst games.
Indefinitely, but it loses it as soon as the crystal touches a grounded object. So, how to keep the crystals isolated until I can use them?
By putting them into solitary confinement.
Nailed it.
So I know I've belabored this point in the past, but
something has happened.
Like, the primary thing that annoys me about adventure games is the fact that so many of the puzzles don't make sense until after you have, like, solved the final puzzle, quote unquote.
Right.
It's just like it strikes me as being so counterintuitive to natural progression.
The entire point of adventure game is to look at the puzzle and then work it until it makes sense, and then it works.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why Sierra doesn't do adventure games anymore.
I suspect that our reunion will
That's
be tense.
why I have such a problem with the
15 years.
logic
Still, it is not enough
that they
for
use, though, because
This age
I don't
has
like
nothing
working
but nothing
towards
Nothing
a
but floating rocks
logical
and
solution.
data.
I like being
I
able
am the
to,
one who
like,
made it
see
livable, and I did so without
and
help
have the
from
logical
any
solution be, like,
If I could have
apparent.
found just one
I don't
single
like. I don't
person
like seeing the
consistent.
problem before I see, or seeing the
He does not
answer
want to
before I
talk
see the
about
problem that
religion.
the answer is used
All
for.
he wants to talk about are the books. Yes, I burned them, Father. I am sorry. Now,
No, you're not.
Can we put the
Okay,
past
yeah.
aside
Here we
and let
have
me
Sierra's
out of
entering
here?
his full jerk mode.
Another waste
Because he
of
wasn't like
pain,
that in the
repeated
last
sinner
journal.
in his linking chamber.
Except even
I do
worse.
not know why I even waste my time. It is obvious he will never be convinced.
So is he going to be better or worse
Her
than
endless
he
handwriting
was in
is
the
as
first game?
maddening as ever, yet there must
He
be
gets
some way I
worse.
can use it.
So much
Perhaps
worse.
if I play upon her guilt.
So this is why I was surprised
Create
that
a
this was
sculptured
not
vignette
Akanar,
which she can see
because he
inside
seems
her
so
If I choose the appropriate memory, it should
Broken?
convince her that
Upset.
I too have my regrets.
to put it lightly.
This is intolerable. If he did not
You
intend
wanna
to set me
say
free,
that
why
with
create
an
the chamber
inflection
in
that
the
matches
first
the
place?
number of exclamation
To
marks,
flaunt his
maybe?
all-powerful skill.
No? Okay.
I
Okay.
get it, Father. Really, I do. Everything I have accomplished here pales in comparison to what you can do with the art.
That's
It is
capitalized
the one
art.
power you have that I shall
Well, it
never
is.
defeat.
The art is capitalized.
No wonder you refuse to teach it to me.
That's how it always is.
I will take this no longer.
Oh, shut up, Sirius.
I'm trapped in this place for all eternity and have no way of getting out, but I'm gonna show him.
But he's forgotten.
No, that's the problem. He kind of does.
Frequency.
Remember how that
molecular
jail cell was
vibration.
kind of broken?
The crystals can do it. If I find the right frequency,
It kinda
their
makes me
song
question
can set off a
why,
vibration that will tear through the chamber on a molecular level. Those impenetrable walls
Well,
will shatter
alright,
like
so again,
glass.
the
I will
pre-retcon
need a great deal
kind of
electricity
canon
to do it.
makes more
I'd better
sense,
retune the musical
because
instrument.
why
I
would
have a
Atreus
sister.
ever, like,
I do
he
not
knows
know
how
what to think.
smart
It is something
and
I never even
intuitive
considered.
his sons are, so why would he
I
ever
must not
trap
let
them
it affect me.
in a world that
There's too
isn't
much
just
work
like a
to
blank,
do.
featureless void?
I need to get
Because
more
that's the only
power
way,
to
that's the only way they would never be able to get out again.
Additional conductors will take too
In
long.
Atreus' defense,
if
he
I
didn't
dismantle
explore this
parts
place
of the
long
rocket
enough to
ship network,
realize there's
then
like
rewire the
uber
remainder
electrical bomb
directly
crystals everywhere.
into the throne.
Uh,
But
still,
if
I
his
just,
chamber is breached, there will be no need. It is no use. He will never teach me the art.
yeah,
Questioning
you
him
already
about
covered
it
that.
only makes him suspicious.
He still holds out hope, which he no longer does.
Out of the picture, I can learn it from the dunny.
Oh, you're gonna kill your father now? Okay.
I cannot proceed without a sample.
That was always the plan,
I've
though.
tried shipping off pieces from the chamber using every possible method save
Gee, and they wonder why they got
but my efforts
trapped.
have all proven fruitless. How can I convince him to give me a piece? Or better yet, a set of matching pieces. This will require a very delicate
So-
touch.
That drawing, though.
I wonder
I
if
may
he
have
still
just missed
enjoys
this, but
playing.
do we ever get an explanation for why Atreus' sons turned out to be so
So that
horrible
was
and
my
evil?
dear little sister. I see now why he's
no.
so taken with her.
We
She's
all,
not
the only
a child,
explanation
and
we
yet
get is that
several
he
times
didn't
during
pay
our
enough
discussion, I
attention
caught
to
her
them.
studying me,
So
attempting to
they're
ascertain
so
what
so they
was
turn
going on.
into the
How much have they told
like
her, I wonder?
big bads out of
I don't even
spite.
care. It's obvious they value her
Basically,
more than ever
he
did
didn't pay
Akbar.
attention to them enough. They
Very well, then.
went completely crazy
I shall
with
use even that to my
with greed,
advantage.
Sirius, and wrath, Akinar, and began
Retrofitting
destroying
of the old
everything.
crystal cavern proceeds on schedule.
Also,
Well-
Boss of my
Sirius,
lab
as
was a
revealed in this
setback,
game,
but I
is
cannot
literally
continue
just the spawn of
frequency
Satan.
tests until all the cavern walls are removed. But that explosion has made me very cautious. I would
okay.
rather dangle over the
Okay.
stars than have solid rock
So what
walls
he's been talking about
explode
here is he's been trying to make a bomb.
Yeah.
No!
Oh, there we
Cannot
go.
Do this. Why is he bringing her into this? I will not allow it. I will not allow a mere child to have that much power over
Deal with
me.
this, Sirius. She becomes incredibly important in the series.
Teach her the art.
And then she
There must
starts
be a
speaking
way.
in riddles
Some
that
way to get the knowledge from her. But
Oh, having flashbacks missed online, are we?
go
go ahead, Father.
We've only done a very small amount of
Go
it,
ahead
but
and teach her.
that is kind of what
If you
stands
insist
out.
on giving this power to Yisha, then I will make sure you're also giving it to me. I have found the frequency.
Dot, dot, dot.
So yeah, he discovered how to bomb at the most inopportune moment in the history of adventure games.
Precisely before you arrived.
Yeah.
So now we are going to create a bomb ourselves, right?
That was a rock bomb, yes. But why would we do a rock bomb if we could have a Nara bomb?
Is one of them more potent than the other?
Well, rock requires a frequency of 1055, right? And Nara requires a frequency of 12, 12, 12, so you tell me. I've completely lost track of where this game is like trying to go. Well, okay, it's very simple. We want to use elevator in the middle of this room. There is giant metal thing on the elevator in the middle of this room.
I just mean in general, like, this seems so far removed from...
Well, the original goal was to find out if the brothers had performed.
Uh-huh.
I think we got a definitive answer for Cirrus.
No.
Yeah. So once I come to terms with how to switch... Okay.
So now our new goal is to track down and stop Cirrus?
Well, yeah. Because we know that he escaped and broke everything because Cirrus. Anyways. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm gonna go for a rock. Nope, Nara bomb. I don't remember how I did this. No, I'm going for a rock bomb because it's good enough.
Is it, though?
Well, take a look and find out.
Oh. Recalibrate very slowly. Oh. Huh. So we're turning our captive audience from the rock concert into bombs.
Into bombs.
That,
Okay, that didn't do much. So let's try Nara bomb. Oh, my eyes.
So, are we actually just like Gotham villains now?
No, we are actually Batman.
But Batman doesn't turn people into bombs.
But it was Cirrus who did it in the first place. So you might notice that we kind of wrecked everything.
I don't know, it looks like it fixed it to me.
Well, it did, because now we can get on this incredibly sketchy elevator.
Yeah,
Half-exploded elevator.
yeah, it looks fine. Looks
And-
perfectly stable to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
And we get the thing we need to get. As soon as I...
A
Come
wheel?
on. No. Yeah, good.
Oh.
You require this. It is the thing that ensures that you finish Spire.
No. I get...
So now we just have to trek all the way back to the top.
Can we zip
yes.
mode?
We can do this instead.
Oh.
Are you ready for the most implausible elevator in Elevator Done? This is glorious.
Alright. I need a sample of this music track so that I can splice it in when I eventually play Mass Effect and use it for the elevator music in Mass Effect. Because this is the most, like, grandiose elevator music ever.
This elevator, we're literally being launched by electricity. And now we're in a storm. Because Ubisoft just had a little bit more money at the end.
Man, if every elevator rode like that, they would be way more exciting, though. You know?
It is true. Not sure I want to take it back down, though.
How did we not get, like, shocked into oblivion?
I have literally no idea.
Our hair must just be standing up on ends right now.
Like, the first time I went through that, I was like, I'm dead. I'm dead. How am I not dead?
We have a massive, like, smoking afro at the moment. Just like, I'll be okay eventually.
Anyways, back to
so
Tamana we go.
apparently, on top of being like Olympic level athlete with no butt and incredibly thin, we are also lightning retardant. So you know, that's great.
So we actually are a superhero. Thank you, Myst.
Yeah. So that's great. You know, we don't have super strength or anything, but at least we got all these other superpowers.
What a lovely Tamana.
Why Why are we doing the flyby again?
Uh-oh.
I wonder who that is.
Do you hear that leitmotif? Welp. At least now we know where he went.
Has anyone...
Let's go to Spire instead.
Have we ever seen people disappear in flames when they used books before?
It's kind of what happened in Myst 3.
Is it really?
Disintegrated.
I thought the flames in that were just... Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of... I'm getting my games confused again. High Stone Ship.
Completely wrecked stone ship. Well, it is a ship in stone, so I guess there's that.
Can we just retread Stone Ship from the first game next time?